Something about this story just ain't adding up to me. The FBI has now identified four black Americans in chilling Mexico kidnapping. Listen, shout out to MSN. Welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get right into this story. Four black Americans who were kidnapped in Mexico have been identified by the feds. Damn. Videos of them being dragged and thrown into the back of a pickup truck sparked an investigation, and a $50,000 reward was handed out from the FBI, according to this report. According to officials from both countries, Mexico and the USA, two of the victims were found alive, and the other two were found dead. Latavia McGee, otherwise called Tay, had taken a trip to get a tummy tuck procedure done with her cousin Shaeed Woodard and some friends, Zindell Brown and Eric James Williams. McGee's mother told this to ABC News. She also said that she warned her daughter not to go, and alas, her motherly instincts that something terrible was going to happen and was proven correct. You know when your mama say, I just got a strange feeling that something about to happen. I'm telling you right now, don't go, girl. And you end up going anyways. Something about to happen. On the day of the appointment to get her tummy tuck, McGee called her mother 15 minutes ahead of arriving at her appointment. She and three men who she was with were driving in a white rental minivan that they were rushed upon by a group of gunmen who shot at their vehicle. Woodard and Brown were killed, but all four of them were taken into another vehicle. Just like that. A simple vacation and an appointment to get some BBL, a tummy tuck done at a discount Mexico rate, had turned into a nightmare from hell. Mexican state official Governor Americo Villarreal said that the group was transported to a series of different locations upon being kidnapped to confuse them and to interrupt the rescue process. Eventually, they were found in a wooden shack guarded by a 24-year-old captor who was arrested. The two survivors were transported over the border through Texas and escorted by the Mexican military and then the National Guard. The two deceased will be returned to their families following a forensics exam by a morgue in Matamoros, Mexico. So, first of all, you got my loved one's body down in Mexico, and you about to cut my loved one's body up and do autopsy on them? That's very strange. I think those bodies of those Americans should be sent back to the U.S. where autopsies should be done in the U.S. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is starting to sound like a case of organ harvesting. Maybe even a case of someone tried to connect with the plug, cut the middleman out, and get the drugs at a discounted rate. I don't need no middleman. I am the plug on this side. I know the real plug in Mexico. I'm just throwing scenarios out there. There's nothing that says that this is exactly what happened. However, Things look a bit weird in this story if I'm supposed to go with, oh, they went to Mexico for a tummy tuck and a short vacation. There's a lot that goes into going to Mexico for a tummy tuck. You need some time to heal before you can jump on a plane and fly back. Not only that, the part in Mexico where they went is a part in Mexico that is rarely traveled by Americans all out there on their lonely. The U.S. citizens were found in a rural area east of Matamoros called Ejido. Ejido Tecolote. I ain't never heard of no Ejido Tecolote on the way to the Gulf Coast known as Baghdad Beach. According to Tamaulipas State Chief Prosecutors Irving Barrios. Now, shortly after entering Mexico Friday, the four were caught amid fighting between rival cartel groups in the city. Barrios said that the hypothesis is, or the guess is, that it was a confusion, not a direct attack. They were caught up in the middle of two gangs fighting, and one of the gangs mistake them for members of their rival gangs, and that is why they shot them up. The shootings illustrate the terror that has prevailed for years in Matamoros, a city is dominated by factions of the powerful Gulf drug cartel who often fight among themselves. Now, amid the violence, thousands of Mexicans have disappeared. In Tamaulipas state alone, thousands have disappeared in Tamaulipas state alone. Why the hell would you want to go there as an American? Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador said that the people who are responsible for this would be punished. Remember, they caught one 24-year-old standing with a rifle outside of a shack, guarding the shack in which housed the Americans who were kidnapped. He referenced arrests made in the 2019 killing of 9 U.S. Mexican dual citizens in Sonora near the U.S. border. As the investigations progress, we've given a harsh reminder of the dangers of traveling outside of the country. On that note, the president claims that American media coverage has sensationalized the killing and kidnapping by making Mexico out to be an aggressor, ruthlessly slaying American tourists. And he is saying that it is not so. American tourists are usually safe in Mexico. This is just a situation that took place where they ventured outside of normal boundaries and ended up in squabbles that have been going on in Mexico for ages. It's not like that when they kill Mexicans in the United States, he said, of the American media. The media, they go quiet like mummies when our Mexican citizens are killed in the United States of America. But when Americans come to Mexico and they get killed, the American media turns it into a sensationalized story and scare away all the other Americans who might want to take a vacation to Mexico because they start thinking that Mexicans will kill them if they come. This, I am guessing, is an effort to save their tourism industry, as Mexico largely depends on their tourism industry because a lot of Americans vacation in Mexico. He's got a point. Black lives are also just as much in danger within the country they were born in as they are across the border. I don't know who wrote this article, but I'm just saying. Something is not adding up to this story. If I'm to believe that all they did was went to go get a tummy tuck, I'm gonna ask this. Why did they not go to one of the familiar places that have been vetted to be safe? And to the ladies, I will say this. All the women that have gone down to Mexico and have died in the process of getting BBLs, their titties fixed, their booties fixed, their tummies tucked. Why are you even trying to do that? Are you still thinking in 2023 that it cannot happen to you? Or are you just willing to die for a flat stomach and a big ass? My condolences goes out to the families of those who have lost their lives in this situation, but we're going to wait around to hear what the real truth is as to why they ended up where they did. We were told that they were driving in a vehicle that was rented from the United States of America with American plates on the vehicle. So those in the area who were warring, they should have seen the plates on the vehicle and known that these were tourists. This is one of the main reasons why I say this story is not adding up. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV, and you already know, if the topic is hot, we are on it. Are you planning a Mexico vacation anytime soon? Let me know. I'm out. Peace.